Hello, and welcome to the Nomad's Last Ride channel. My name is Greg, aka Nomad. Today, we're going to share with you Montaña de Oro, a little-known California state park. Few areas include such a diversity of landscapes as Montaña de Oro. Located on California's central coast, it's tucked along the shoreline at the southern end of Estero Bay. This 8,000-acre state park is one of California's largest. From eucalyptus groves to wildflowers and tide pools to towering dune mountains, Montaña de Oro always offers more to discover. Hike one of the multiple trails here, like the serene Bluff Trails that takes in the coastline, or the challenging Valencia Peak Trail, which summits at 1,347 feet. Spend a morning down at Cove, watching hermit crabs, sea stars, urchins, and anemones in their miniature tide pool worlds. Wildlife, history, views, sunbathing, and much more await the curious visitor at this generous state park. The human history of Montaña de Oro State Park begins with the Chumash people, who lived here long before the first European explorers arrived. The mission period began when Don Casper de Portola came to claim this stretch of coastline for Spain. Sadly, with the introduction of European viruses, most of the Chumash people died. Those who survived fled their villages, and the Chumash way of life all but disappeared. After Mexico ceded Alto California to the U.S. in 1848, ownership of the Montaña de Oro changed several times, as did its borders. Part of Montaña de Oro, called Rancho Cañada de los Osos, combined with Rancho Pecho y Islay to the south to comprise 3,431 acres. In 1892, Alden B. Spooner established a section of that property as Pecho Ranch and Stock Company, with a dairy ranch and row crops. He built a home, sheds, stables, a creamery, barns, and even a water mill for power. Alexander S. Hazard established agricultural crops as well as a dairy. He also planted a forest of eucalyptus trees, hoping to sell timber across the state. Sadly, eucalyptus trees produce wood unfit for commercial use. The mistake was a common one, as evidenced by the thousands of eucalyptus trees across the central coast. The property was transferred from a rancher named Oliver C. Field to Irene McAllister in the 1950s. McAllister is the one to first call the land Montaña de Oro, or Mountains of Gold, for the poppies and wildflowers that grow there. The property went into bankruptcy in the 1960s, during which California Governor Pat Brown launched a park acquisition program. The state stepped in to purchase Montaña de Oro, and it became a state park on April 24, 1965. Today, Rancho Montaña de Oro is some of the most untouched, publicly owned land in the state. So without further ado, let's go to the video. As you can see on the map, Montaña de Oro is south of Morro Bay on California's central coast. There are two ways to reach the park. If you're driving on Highway 101, take the Los Osos Baywood Park exit and head west. If you're coming from Morro Bay, just head south along the bay until you come to Los Osos Road, then turn right. Montaña de Oro State Park is located at the western end of the city of Los Osos.
This is a unique campsite for people who want to ride trails on horseback and camp overnight. The campground offers 40 sites for either tents or RVs and 4 to 5 horses each. Note, electrical hookups are not available here. 2 group sites, Mandarone and Oak, accommodate up to 50 people and 16 to 18 horses. Amenities include the stalls, pit toilets, fire rings, and water for the horses. Guests are asked to muck out their stalls, bring portable water, and keep dogs off the equestrian trails. Campers must have a horse to camp at the Hazardous Canyon Equine Camp. Begs for long walks on soft sand, and the dunes beg for jumping. The Sandspit that gives the beach its name continues north almost all the way to Morro Bay. Amenities at the Sandspit Beach include restrooms, free parking, and picnic tables. It's called Sandspit. Sounds like a hawk. Oops. Can't help myself. On the ground. Yep. Yep. Oops. Gorgeous, gorgeous area. The dramatic rocky section of the coastline, Hazardous Canyon Reef, is one of the best tide pool locations in the state. Be sure to visit at low tide to see creatures like urchins, sea stars, and crabs in abundance. At the point where Islay Creek drains into the ocean, Spooner's Cove Beach offers a comfortable place to wade, explore tide pools, and a picnic. Interesting rock formations invite climbers to play, particularly at low tide. The beaches lie just across the street from the Islay Creek Campground, and allowed on leash. As a central point in Montaña State Park, many trails begin nearby. Spooner's Cove was known as a smuggler's cove, as illegal liquor from Mexico was brought ashore and sold to area speakeasies. Amenities include restrooms, picnic tables, and free parking. Go at low tide. And tide pools. Walking beach. And as you can see back, that's what they looked at every day. All the way around. Beautiful. Nice, pleasant place. And I'd say the tide can get really rough in the winter. Yeah, nice and pleasant.
No visit to Montaña de Oro State Park is complete without a visit to the old Spooner Ranch House. Built in 1892, this historic building houses a museum and gift shop for the park. Learn about the Central Coast's rich agricultural, cultural, and natural history with a self-guided tour of the house. Spooner Ranch occupies what was a 34,000-acre Mexican land grant. The property passed through several hands until 1892, when Alden Spooner Jr. built his ranch house overlooking the sea. During the 1920s and 30s, they leased ocean terrace land to Japanese pea farmers. Except for the highest slope, every acre visible from the ranch house was under cultivation. The Spooner family also operated a 150-cow dairy, considered one of the finest in the area. During the 50 years they lived there, the Spooners contributed to San Luis Obispo County, becoming the largest dairy county in the world. Spooner built a landing at Spooner's Cove, where dog-hole schooners could moor to transport crops from the ranch. At least 18 outbuildings, a water-powered creamery, and a cliffside loading chute for coastal steamers once clustered near Spooner's Cove. The Spooners sold the ranch to O.C. Field in 1941, who then sold it to Irene McAllister in 1952. She renamed the ranch Montaña de Oro, meaning mountains of gold. One legend says she named it because of the beautiful gold wildflowers that cover the hills in spring. Another says she believed she'd strike it rich in oil and cattle there. Sadly, McAllister filed for bankruptcy within 3 years. From Spooner's time, only the ranch house and a concrete creamery built in 1915 remain. The house was nearly condemned when several private foundations stepped up to repair and preserve it. Today, the Spooner Ranch House is one of the only ranch houses still standing on public land in California. Decorated in period furniture and decor, the house welcomes visitors daily between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Admission to the Spooner Ranch House and self-guided tours are free, but donations are welcome.
The historical Spooner Ranch House.
And off we go inside the house. And now we're inside. Little guest shop. Nice hardwood floors. Hi! And here's the sales gal. Big smile. Is she a cutie? Okay. Nice fireplace. Look at this. Okay. Let's see. We'll go this way. Here's a nice map. Ocean map. Bedroom number 1. And the saddle in the house. How about that? Old-time piano. Old-fashioned furniture. Second bedroom. Looks like it belonged to the missus. Dining room. Chandelier. Oh, look at the phone. Old-time phone. Old-time pictures. Spooner pictures. And this has a crank on it, so it must play music. How about that? Looks like a storage room here, but look forward to in the Central Coast. Another bedroom. This is for the kids. Giraffe, cats, birds, and this is probably a type of bunk bed. Storage area. Interesting. You can write your name on there. Okay. There we go. Now I got you down there. Here's where it used to be. And here's the room that tells you all about it.
This secluded campground with coastal views offers 50 campsites during the summer and 25 during the winter, with some shades from pine, Monterey, cypress trees. Each site can accommodate up to 8 people. The campground also offers 6 primitive sites for backpackers and equestrian sites for those with horses. Trailers, vans, RVs up to 27 feet. Pets and campfires are all allowed. Amenities include the fire pit, primitive toilets, electrical hookups, portable water, and picnic tables. Reservations are essential during summer months and first come, first served during the winter. Islay Creek Campground is open year-round. can't go to the Cove Beach at all. It's a rock gate. People are hiking there. No cars beyond that point. Yep. We're going to the Bluff Trail. Bluff Trail. Nice. You can see that it's decent. 0.8, 0.9 Badger Trail. All the different bluffs. Very beautiful. A lot of wildflowers. Very peaceful. Very beautiful. Actually, people come all over the world to come here. It's all down. It's all downhill. Looking downhill. It's a lot of downhill. And behind me, all these visual mountains are all hikes up there too. Okay, I think I can make it. I'm just gonna go a bit. I'm not going all the way. It would take away from the beauty here. They have to come here and smell it and feel it and see the wild. Beautiful wildflowers. Everywhere. And preserved. That's very pretty. These Trump things, gorgeous vines. And fennel, look at them. And this could be the start of fennel, right? New flowers right here. It's very pretty. Heather, it's an African heather. This is the start of Lacacias. Here we are.
We finished. Thank you, ladies.
All right, that's
Thank you very much.
That was fun.
Birdie?
I didn't do much, but it was fun.
Yeah.
What did you think of the park?
That was good.
It's a neat little backyard park, isn't it?
It is.
It would be great. It'd be great to actually go down and check out the tide pools. I'd like to go there go camping. I even picked out my camping spot.
Let's do that. I was saying to Brittany when I drove down to Sandspit.
You got a camper cane?
I'm gonna get one.
We have all those. We have enough. We have enough. Right now.
Oh, thank you. So what'd you guys order? You ordered 14. What is 14?
Enchilada and a chili relleno.
Cheese enchilada?
God, I hope so.
I'm hungry.
I've always just eaten. I mean, I've had others, but I've always went right back to a cheese and
I know.
Right. Well, I'm having a bungus soup. Oh, look at this. There it is. Chili relleno.
This is what we need.
Enchilada. I'm getting a fillet of cod and California. We're supposed to have all kinds of stuff on it, and a bungus soup. And all in all, it was a good ride.
Thank you.
Excellent
ride.
I really appreciate you guys helping.
You're welcome.
And I do something I very rarely do. Take pictures of my
Thank you
food.
so much.
Oh, here we go.
And there's stuff that you saw. No. Quite all right. You did good. You did good. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that.
This is authentic. I love this.
Yep. Well, there you have it. Isn't that a nice California state park? Curvy, well-maintained roads, scenic mountain and ocean views, great camping spots, history, and wonderful beaches for the tide pooling, sunbathing, and exploring, as well as fishing if you brought your gear. If you like this video and want to experience the park as an end-to-end motorcycle ride, click on the link above. Click on the link below in the description section to go to Nomad's Last Ride website, where you will find many more suggested rides, photos, all things touring, and upcoming events that you can participate in. If you found this video helpful, tap the like button below or tickle the old subscribe button to keep updated on upcoming rides, videos, and all things touring. Thank you for watching, and keep your adventure alive.